Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's been a while since my last video because I was doing a number of research with parts. Okay, so without further ado, today I'll be talking about health. Okay, about health. Okay, I would like to share, based on parts perspective, when health is concerned, it's actually linked to the parts because with parts you will be able to see pre-existing illnesses problems or a coming problem with serious health issue. Okay, so many people they believe in a mainstream so-called news about how to maintain and have a good health. From my experience, I hear a lot of people saying that you have to eat healthy, less rice, more vegetables. Okay, so in my opinion, it is not totally correct. Okay, because every parts have their own special so-called needs. Okay, so no matter how healthy you are, how much exercise you do, you still have health problems, right? And you're gonna die as well. So no matter what, so my so-called my personal humble opinion is you have to enjoy your life. Okay, eat whatever you want, but not too much, not overindulge. Okay, drink water. Yes, so far drink a lot of water is definitely a very so-called beneficial to your parts, because parts is environment. Okay, I'm trying to make some sense to you. Parts is environment, and when we talk about environment, we talk about earth itself. Okay, so you imagine earth is covered 70% by water. So why? Because water will maintain the moist of the earth, and if earth is moist, with the sunlight it can promote a lot of growth. Okay, so use this nature so-called knowledge to apply into your personal so-called healthier lifestyle. Okay, it's okay to drink a lot of water, but not too much until you bloated. Okay, everything must be in balance, but try to drink more water. Okay, try to enjoy any food, eat what you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's only come to so-called the new age, example the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? They always talk about eating healthy, less glucose, eat less rice, you see, or eat more vegetables. These are all so-called personal opinion, understand? So my opinion may not reflect the actual result to you if you were to apply on wherever what the so-called news that is said. Okay, always believe in yourself, like hear your inner voice, you understand? So you have to eat healthy. Eat healthy mean eat whatever you want, but it's not a lot, right? Balancing up. Don't eat too full. Okay, drink water. Okay, you can exercise, everything, right? So exercise is not the only one that can keep you healthy. Eating healthy is the actual one that is making you healthy, not by exercising, you understand? Okay, so now I will share with you okay, the so-called the health that is linked to parts. Parts is environment, you understand? So I will write out one by one what is the element represent to your body organs. Okay, so we start with 甲. Okay, Jia represent three. Okay, in so-called body organs, it represent the liver. Okay, the liver. So so far, doctors say that the liver represent detox. Okay, so when they talk about liver representing detox, is only 10% is correct, right? Actually, our entire body, all the system has the function of detoxic things of their own. Okay, not necessarily this jia, not necessarily liver, but jia represent liver. Okay, if you have liver problem, that means you know you have jia problems. Okay, so why sometimes you have the problem, you see doctor prescribe that medicine and yet still cannot solve the problem. Okay, because why? Because they focusing on the problem, which is wrong, right? Which is wrong. You must focus on what is the cause of the problem. You solve the cause, the problem will disappear. Okay, and then there are some definitely there are some of you may experience some doctor actually they prescribe the medicine, it really helps you. Okay, and how should it be explained, right? It's very easy, because the doctor that you see, right, the doctor, his 八字 can actually help your 八字, so all the things that she prescribe by accident, it can help you. Okay, because you imagine all the news in the world, right? What are the popularity of the news? Negative news, they are all very popular, not positive news, right? Like example, this person died, they don't say, right? But if you say this person is being cured, then the whole world will receive, oh, this person got cancer, is being cured by this doctor, right? So the doctor gain their recognition. Understand? These are all by pure accident. It's due to 八字, right? 八字 to 八字, right? I'm the doctor, I can cure you. Okay, so the doctor can cure you, but doesn't mean that the doctor can cure other people, right? Because other people is different 八字. This is very, very true and real. Okay, so then how to solve the cause of the jia problem? Okay, the cause of the jia problem, then you must understand tree, right? How tree grow? Tree grow on mountain. Okay, so there are mountain, there are two types. One is dragon, then one is dog. So which one is the actual one? Definitely is 甲辰, 甲戌, 甲戌. This is one. Okay, if the dog got problem, immediately you have this liver problem, or you have 甲子, right? When 子 is attacked, 甲 immediately have problem. Understand? So there are two different cause, right? That's why doctor had to. That's why when you see a doctor, they have to do a lot of testing. Let you try this medicine first, then after that let you try another medicine. It's just that you're a guinea pig, right? They let you try this and try that, right? But when you come to 八字, immediately you know what is the problem, right? If this is the problem, then what caused this problem? What causes this problem? Definitely, the horse clash. So the horse is the problem, right? The horse is the problem that caused the liver problem by removing the rat. So same thing with jia on 戌 month, right? Then the dragon can come and clash the dog, then immediately you have liver problem. So the liver problem is not because the liver problem, it's because the dragon clash the dog, then immediately the liver got problem. So no matter how you cure the liver, the problem is always there. Understand? So what happened? You had to take long-term medicine. You have to take again and again, then the problem is always there. Understand? So once you stop the medicine, the problem all of a sudden it escalate. You understand? So you need to solve the dragon problem, and no medicine can solve, right? Because this is energy problem. So energy problem, you require energy to solve. Okay? So the solving, definitely there is a way of solving, right? Because I have been solving a lot of my Russia student problem with their client, illnesses, everything, right? And definitely I have a lot of positive result, understand? But it's just that no point, no point sharing on YouTube or in the so-called Facebook. I mean, what's the point? As long as I know that my client, everything's okay, right? We have cases on curing a person with cancer, left only 60 days to live. Then we turn around, all of a sudden the cancer disappeared. Understand? These are all real case study, okay? Real life case study. So this is one of the example of what is the cause of liver problem. Okay, so if what happen if you have a lot of tree, no problem. A lot of tree, that means the liver is very strong. You understand? If you have a lot of tree, that means a liver is very strong, right? So 八字, when 八字 is concerned, when environment is concerned, we always talk about balancing. So any element that is overly ruled, overly strong, what happened to the person? The person become bloated. So what happened to bloated? He become fat, right? So this is why a person, they are fat, right? If you are fat, you have to keep on exercise. What happened to exercise is to drain the energy. Understand? You have to keep on doing it, right? So you keep on doing it, it become a condition. A condition to what? To your health. Which is mean that if you don't do it, you cannot. You start to so-called you start to grow back. Understand? So definitely, if you know all this, feng shui 100% can help, right? But remember, when I talk about feng shui, it's not flying star, okay? It's not 8 mansion, it's not 八仔, no, right? It's my method, okay? So this is liver, okay? So remember, you must always go to the roots, the cause. You remove the cause, it works like magic. Everything just disappeared. Okay? So whether to cure or not, it is also subjected to the feng shui condition. Okay? The feng shui condition. Feng shui condition, which is mean that if your house, if you are living alone, then it's okay. But if you have so-called your spouse and your children, so when you apply, you have to be very careful. Because why? Sometimes the cause can be linked to some other people 八字, which is mean that it's already in their 八字. The element that cause your problem is actually in their 八字. So when you try to remedy, when you try to kill the dragon, what happened? Your problem disappeared, but they are affected. They have new problem with either your spouse or your daughter or your son. Okay, this is the problem. Understand? This is the condition. Understand? That's why it's not easy, right? Everything is in the 60 jiazi. So you must master the 60 jiazi. Understand? You cannot say, oh, I want to learn health. I want to learn 八字 reading. I want to learn health. Health and 八字 is the same. You learn 八字, you are learning the health. It's just that you need to flip it to turn everything into organs. Then you see the problem. Okay? So you cannot say that I only want to learn illnesses. I don't want to learn how to read 八字. You must learn how to read 八字. Then you can know what's the problem of your health. Understand? If you don't learn reading a person 八字, how can you know the person have problem? Just by reading health. Understand? It doesn't make sense. So the second illnesses is E. Okay? Okay, E represents a few things. Okay? Number one, E is flexible. The wood the flower is flexible, then the body of the flower, that means the roots of the flower is always moist inside. Okay, example, a flower. Okay, this is the roots, right? This is the leaf. This is the body. The body is always wet. That's why the flower is so flexible. Okay, then what is this represent? It represent the vein. All the veins, all the things that is flexible, and is running around your body is the vein. Okay, so it also represent rheumatism, joint. They are all the joint. Joint, people have joint pain, right? All the hand and leg joint pain. You go and look at the parts, definitely have rabbit. Okay, then another big problem is hemorrhoid, right? Hemorrhoid is a lump of so-called a lump of meat grow inside out from your anus, understand, right? That's why it's called hemorrhoid. Okay, so you go and look at a person, definitely have rabbit. It causes problem, right? Can it be removed? Of course can, if you know how. Okay, so it also represent all your veins. See, the blood flow in your veins because it is wet. Okay, then it also represent the so-called the gallbladder. Understand? So the gallbladder, normally they say that the gallbladder can be removed, right? So it's okay. But when it comes to vein and rheumatism, these are all the big problems that people have. Okay. Then what happen if, let's say, if rabbit is negative to you, immediately you will have this problem, right? They just appear in your parts and it's negative to you, immediately you will have this problem. Just like for the tiger also, jia represent tiger. This is rabbit. So if you have tiger in your parts, that tiger is negative to you, immediately you have liver problem. Right? If you have rabbit in your parts and rabbit is negative to you, immediately you will have problem associated with your vein. Okay, vein clog. Okay, rheumatism and hemorrhoids. These are all the so-called possible so-called indication. Then after that, you have Wu. Okay, we cover Ping first. Ping. Jia Yi Ping. Okay, Ping represent snake. Okay, Ping represent the small intestine. Okay, small intestine. So small intestine definitely do with digestive problem, right? So Ping is also represent so-called high metabolism. They digest very fast. Okay, and they eat very fast, they digest very fast. Understand? These are high fire. Represent in the body is heat, a lot of heat. Okay, high metabolism. So if the heat is extreme, how to know the heat is extreme? Example, if you are in a snake month, okay, then horse hour. Okay, then this is extreme heat. Extreme heat. So if you have extreme heat, what will happen? You will have heat stroke. Understand? Okay, heat stroke, too heaty. But if you have a lot of fire, what happen? It become bloated. Okay, this is why people fat. Okay, not overweight, fat. Okay. So this one Ping, you have to pay attention to intestine, small intestine, right? So from my experience, I seldom hear people with small intestine problem, right? So the so-called mostly the major problem is like colon, stomach, digestion, right? It's not so much on the intestine, right? Because you have to digest first, then go to the intestine. So normally digestion is the problem first. Stomach is the problem first. Okay. Then a thing. Okay, thing is heat stroke. Okay. Thing represent horse. Okay. Blood. It represent blood. It represent the heart. Okay. If horse is negative to you, that means you know you have heart problem, blood problem. Okay. People heart attack. Horse is the one that cause the heart attack. Okay. So normally there are two methods of seeing. Okay. The first one is the horse positive or negative to you? If the horse is negative to you, immediately you have this problem in your life throughout. Okay. But if let's say if the horse is positive to you, okay, but you have this, let's say you have a tiger. You have a tiger beside the horse, right? Then all of a sudden your luck come, monkey come and clutch the tiger. Immediately you have heart attack, heart problem, or blood problem. Okay. If you don't have tiger, then it's okay, it's easy, right? Because without condition. But if you have tiger, tiger become the condition. Why? Tiger produce fire, so tiger become the condition to the fire, right? So if you stop the wood, all of a sudden the fire stop. That's why the problem start. Okay. So that's why it is not so easy. It is quite complicated and it is complex, because saving a person's life, you have to make sure that the reading is correct. You cannot just say, oh, I want to do a so-called general understanding. No, there's no. In my philosophy, there's no general. You want to help people, you better be serious. If not, you don't help. Don't just go and buy a book and read and roughly estimate. I think using your feeling. No, you're gonna kill a lot of people. Understand? Don't do that. Okay. Then after that, you have this mountain. Okay. Mountain, there are two, because one is dog, one is dragon. Okay. And you have earth. Okay. Earth, you have this ox and goat. So you have 4 types of earth. Okay. This dragon, it represent pancreas. No pancreas. Then this is represent stomach. Okay. This is pancreas. Okay. Pancreas. Okay. The earth represent diabetes. Okay. Glucose it represent. So there are many people, they have pre-diabetes. Okay. Number one, okay, do not be afraid, right? Because there are a lot of people already have pre-diabetes in the 八字. If your 八字 have earth, not the stem. Whatever I'm talking about the branch, not the stem. Okay. Because branches is the body, stem is outside the body. Okay. It is not physical, right? Because the animal, they already turn from energy into physical form. They have transformed from energy into form. So if there's a form, then we can touch, we can feel, then there is cold and hot of the form. So I'm talking about earth. Earth are pre-diabetes. Okay. So there's no cure, right? Because doctor don't even know how to cure. Because doctor don't know energy. Doctor only know all the so-called scientific, right? Things. They can assess everything, right? But imagine in this world there are many people with diabetes. Why there are so many people with diabetes? Because 1 year there are 4 months of earth. 4, right? You see, in one year have 12 months, right? So you take the 10 stem, 10 stem divided by 12 cannot, right? Because 2 is missing, because you have 12 months, right? So earth have 2, earth have 4, 2 mountain and 2 soil. Then the rest of the 8 stem is 2 wood, 2 fire, 2 metal, and 2 water, right? So the other 4 is 4 earth. So they cover 12 months. So every 3 months there's an earth month. Every 3 months there's an earth month, right? So that's why there are many people have diabetes. Okay, pre-diabetes. Don't worry. Okay, you will not die. So no point go and take diabetes medicine, right? Because you know you're okay. You understand? Like example, my partner, I have this dragon and dog. I pre-diabetes, but I'm still very healthy, right? I even if I have so-called scar or on my skin, it heals as normal, right? No problem. They say you have diabetes, you have healing problem. No, that is not true, right? Then I am Earth Day Master. See, so many Earth, right? So remember, if you have Earth, you're all so-called pre-diabetes. You don't have to really go and balance out. Understand? Because sometimes there are a lot of people, they have no problem, but because they go and see doctor and doctor create problem for them, then what happen? It kill them inside out slowly. Understand, right? So when you're healthy, no need to go and see doctor. Understand, right? If you want to really take care of yourself and help yourself, you learn butter for yourself. Because if you can cure yourself, you can cure your husband, your spouse, your children, your parent, your friend, anyone you can cure. Understand? But it's not so-called overnight, you know. It will take you minimum 6 months to learn all this. 6 months minimum for you to go through everything, right? To sort of understand all the meaning and all the application, right? Minimum 6 months to understand everything in basic. That means one shot, but understand. I understand this, I understand that. So when whatever I said, you will understand exactly what I'm trying to say if you have finished my video course. Understand? But this is up to you. I'm just sharing with you. You don't have to do that if you don't like. Okay? But these are pre-diabetes. No problem. Understand? So can you remove it to balance it? Oh, definitely you can. If let's say you have 2 definitely one is good, one is bad. Right? Understand? There is definitely one is good and one is bad. Definitely. Okay? So stomach represent okay, pancreas, you have one cold and one hot. Understand? So you have to understand because sometimes when you take insulin, right, you have to keep on taking because right, some insulin help, some insulin don't help. That's why they have many types of insulin, right? Because why? One is represent dog, one is represent dragon, one is cold, one is hot. Then you have also stomach problem, right? One ox and one goat. These are linked to digestive problem, right? Then when you have stomach, you always link to food poisoning, everything, sensitive stomach, bloated. Understand? All these kind of things. Okay? So these are digestive problem, digestive. So you have this. Remember, the first thing is it good or bad? If it is bad, that means it becomes a pre-existing condition, problem, a pre-problem. That means you are born with it, the problem, if they are bad. If they are good, that means you are born with a healthy so-called pancreas or healthy stomach, right? But of course, if you know they're healthy, then there's a danger because you encounter the year will come and clash. Then during the year, you have this problem, serious problem. Or you encounter your 10 years luck, when it clashes, you have 10 years of so-called difficulties, right? This kind of suffering. Understand? So learning process is to learning all these So you can link all this into relationship also, children also, career also, they are all the same, right? Then after that, after the earth, you have matter. Matter problem. Okay, Keng. Okay, Keng is monkey. Okay, number one, they represent a big intestine. They call it colon. Okay, colon, big intestine problem. They also represent the bone. Okay, all the bones, right? Then colon, right? Colon. You look at the intestine, the big intestine. The big intestine and your brain your brain is also like an intestine, right? I mean the wavery, right? That's why if you're Keng, you also have migraine. Migraine. Okay, understand? So monkey actually have a lot of problems, right? Because bone problem, colon problem, migraine problem, and the most people have is constipation. Monkey is constipation problem. You have problem releasing your stool. Okay? So this all can help, or all can help, no problem, right? You learn all the 60 jiazi, so all the configuration, what got problem, how it can help everything. Okay? So then monkey also represent so-called the body stuck. You have a stuck body, right? Some people, they just look very stuck, right? You know, like very so-called stuck. You know? The body is very stuck, like strong, muscular, right? Not muscular, but it's tight. The muscle is tight. Okay, because they have monkey. So if you're a woman, your body is very tight, right? Because then you know that you have monkey. Then you need to do extreme exercise, right? Because if you do more, because when you do exercise, it creates a heat, right? Metal like heat, right? Then the heat will form the body into a shape. Understand? So normally when you have monkey in your parts, you can be a very good, nice so-called body if you so-called do exercise. You know, all the heavy lifting, all the really so-called muscular body. Okay. Then you have sing. Sing is rooster. They represent the lung, the breathing system. Okay, matter represent the breathing system, the throat, the mouth, the voice, right? Anything to link with your mouth is Keng and Sing. Okay, that's why you see this here is Kengzi, right? See, Kengzi. See people with a lot of breathing problem, right? The virus, right? This is the virus. This, you see, Kui. See, does Kui look like a virus, like a tiny virus itself? See, Kui. I mean, based on Chinese character, virus, right? Because the rat kill the monkey, kill the Keng, right? So what happened? Yeah, the so-called the breathing system. No, the breathing system, the mouth related, see, no problem. So everybody use the mask to cover, right? Okay, this is the cause, right? And this is the bacteria. Okay, so this is the lung. Okay, cough. When you keep on coughing, right, that means you know that there's a problem with monkey and rooster in your parts. It make you cough. If they are bad to you, you keep on coughing, no matter what medicine you take, cannot help. Only by understanding the puzzle and change the energy, then immediately you can feel the relief. Okay, it's provided if the energy is negative to you. Okay. Then water. So this is lung. Okay, lungs, the so-called breathing organs. Okay, breathing organs. So I just put lung, is more easier. Okay, so this ren is pig, Kui is rat. Okay. So this is kidney. Ren is kidney. Ren is kidney. If Ren is negative to your 八字, then what happen? You born with kidney problems. Understand? So kidney keep on failing, because it's the problem. That's why you will so-called experience all these problem. Okay, kidney. Then this is a so-called bladder. Okay, red is bladder. Okay, red represent clean. It must be clean. Okay, that's why you see the air is dirty. Okay, why? Because gun sitting on air, definitely it's just like aircon, right? Aircon, the metal is gun. So when you make it cold, what happen? All the air is trapped by the metal. Then it become water. Then what happen? It cool down. Then it blow. If you understand air conditioning, you understand 庚子, or all the air is trapped by the metal, right? So when the virus come, the throat will trap all the virus. That's why it become corona problem, right? You breathe in, then it trap in your throat, lungs. Then the problem stay there. Then the problem start. Okay. So this is bladder. Bladder is normally linked to your urine tract. Okay. So try not to so-called endure when you want to go to urine. Don't endure, because if you over endure, the bladder become non-functional. Then you will have problems controlling your urine. You understand? So these are all the so-called health linked to your 八字. Okay, so remember the first one, you must always so identify, are they good or bad first, right? If it is good, then you must watch out when it become bad. If it is bad, then you must how to cure it. Okay. All these, if you know Chinese medicine, right? It can help. Definitely can help, but it's not overnight. You have to so-called just like so-called you have to take long-term medicine, right? So same thing, right? You have to keep on alternatively every fortnightly. You must take every now and then. It's called the health maintenance. Understand? So if you know, if it will be even a better one if you can do if you know your own feng shui, using the time, right, to eliminate all these problems, then life will be more easier. Understand? More blissful. Okay. So this is how. So another thing I'm going to talk about, what is the major organ in the body. The major organ. I tell you, the major organ in the body is the skin. Or Ji is the skin. Why? Because Ji represent Mother Earth. So they are the major organs. So all the pain, all the sensation have to go through them first, right? So you go through them, then they tell the brain, right? Anything pain in the body, they will tell your brain, right? Then you know it is. They mean they send the pain sensation into the brain, right? So our whole body, the skin is the biggest organs. That is why when a person is conceived, the earth form first, right? The earth form first, then the heart. That's why the earth form first. Because if the earth don't form, how to protect the heartbeat, right? That's why the heart is thing inside is with a Ji, Ji, right? So the earth will form because thing is horse is the heart, right? Inside the heart you have the earth form first and protect the organ, then the heart start to beat, right? Then it will start to grow. So as when the body grow, when the body expand, is to what? Is to accommodate other intestine, other organs into the body. right? So the earth have been protecting the body since conceived until the baby is ready to deliver. Okay, that's why our body, our skin, all the sense have to go through the skin. The skin will tell us, right, whether is it hot or cold. The kidney cannot tell you, the liver cannot tell you, the heart cannot tell you, right? Because they're all inside the skin. So the skin is actually the major organ of a person, a human. Understand? That's why you must protect the skin, make the skin healthy. So why some people they have very nice complexion? Because the earth is moist, either goat or this ox, right? How to know if a person they have very nice skin? If he has a if he has the goat, then there is water there. So what happened? The skin is very milky, soft, reddish. So if you have ox, then you beside the ox there is a sun. Then you know that this person the skin is very nice, pinkish and milky, and very soft. Okay. So then the skin is become a very good protective against sunlight. You understand? So that's why the skin is the major organs in a person's body, right? Because they give all the senses, they tell you everything. Okay. So of course it can also enhance, right? Enhance a pre-existing problem, right? Because since a 八字 can tell you the problem, that means if you know the problem, that means you also know how to enhance, right? A pre-existing condition. That is where beauty comes in. That's why you learn 八字, you can benefit a lot from 八字 understanding. Especially you have a so-called very good understanding on the application, because the application will help you to see very clearly in everything you want. Like example, how you want to improve yourself, know in which part of the body, which organ, all this it can be done. So if you have to experience it yourself first, then after when you benefit, then you use the same approach to apply to other people, right? But all this you must have the basic understanding, because the foundation is very very strong. If you don't have a good foundation of the basic understanding of all this, don't need to go into master. Because why? You will be very confused by all the master series. Because why? They are actually using the foundation, the application. That's why the foundation is very very important, right? And advanced. Then after that, when you go to master, they just put the basic advanced together and apply, then use feng shui date selection and apply into the body. Whether you want to do it in a feng shui form, health form, beautified form, okay, or anything you want to improve of. Okay, these are all real. Okay, and I hope you enjoy my video. Okay, and thank you very much. Bye.